Europe. Turning now to this country's lack of a budget or a resolution of our debt ceiling crisis. My next guest led a coalition of 76 freshman lawmakers calling on the president to get off the sidelines and submit a credible plan to deal with the nation's debt. Congresswoman Diane Black, a Republican from Tennessee, she sits on the powerful Budget and Ways and Means committees. And I'm going to say this first. Welcome, Congresswoman. I want everybody to know that you're also a small business owner, a former educator, and a registered nurse for 40 years. You talk about qualifications. You've got them as far as I'm concerned. Welcome to the broadcast.
Well, thank you, Lou. Thank you very much. It's good to be here with you this evening.
So what is the mood there, and what do you expect to hear from this president? You're asking him to come forward with a proposition, a proposal on the budget.
Well, we're asking him for just that. The time is up. The alarms are going off all around us. We know that S&P is talking about downgrading us. Moody's is talking about that. We're now at a point where our gross domestic product is equal to our debt. You can't have any more alarms than that. Where is the supposed leader of our country? He has not given us a plan, and we want a plan.
You know, Senator Jeff Sessions pointed out 2 nights ago that in the Senate, the leadership there hasn't provided a budget proposal for over 2 years. I mean, I cannot for the life of me understand what's going on with either this administration or the Senate leadership. Where are we left in an effort to negotiate a deal when one side will not declare its intentions or put forward a proposition?
Well, Lou, we're all new to Congress, and we were sent there by a mandate from the people this past November to get this country turned around and get it on a track where we're not spending more than what we bring in, and that we have some structural changes to change the way Washington has been operating. And you've already talked about it. There's no leadership. There's a lack of leadership in the Senate. There's a lack of leadership in the executive branch, with the president not giving us a plan. And we congressmen that are freshmen believe that this is not the way our country should be run.
How much pressure?
We want to hear something from the president. I'd love to hear something from the Senate as well. The House has done its work. It's put a plan on the table. Right. If they don't like the plan, then they need to bring another plan. But we have to have another plan so we can sit at the table and talk about the 2 plans.
Congresswoman, how much pressure are you and the other freshmen under from the leadership? We're hearing a lot of talk about revenue in some of the negotiations led by Vice President Biden. We're hearing an outright declaration by the President of the United States that we will, if he has his way, witness the largest tax increase in American history when the Bush tax cuts expire. What kind of pressure are you under?
Well, I don't want to speak for my entire Republican freshman class, but okay. I will tell you the general will that I hear within that class is there is no raising taxes. You know, raising taxes is only temporary as well. You raise taxes and then you spend whatever you bring in. This is a structural problem. We have gotten into a habit here in this country, both the Republicans and the Democrats, of spending year after year more than what they bring in and living off the credit card. And the message was very clear a week ago, Tuesday, that we were not going to give a clear debt limit increase. It overwhelmingly failed, not only by the Republicans, right, but more than 90 Democrats said the same thing. And I think that everyone is starting to understand that we cannot continue to operate the way this Congress has operated in the past. We've got to get our house in order.
Congresswoman Diane Black doing her best to make sure that's what happens. You know, after talking with you here and meeting you for the first time, Congresswoman, I imagine a few folks in Tennessee are asking right now is, what in the world took so long to get Diane Black to Congress? Appreciate you being here.
Well,
Thanks
you're
so much.
very kind, and I'm going to do the best that I can do and do the people's will. As I'm out in the district, and I've been to 14 of my 15 states doing town hall meetings, and I'm hearing it clearly from the people. Go there and fight for us. Get our country turned around and back in order.
Terrific. Congresswoman, thank you very much. Congresswoman Diane Black,
Thank you.
Tennessee.